Bada Boonski, Chicago. It's sometime in July 31st, and you're listening to another episode of Bites Over Bagel!
What? We got Brandon in the house today, guys.
Who needs us?
It's Chicago's favorite tech morning show. With me in the studio, as always, is one Miss Heather Brown.
Happy to be here.
One Mr. Brett Mackey.
I do not look like a young Joe Pesci.
And Dave Seidler.
Yes, you do.
I'm John Osler. We got a great show for you guys today. For you, Dave, who's on the show?
We got Mark Lawrence, founder and CEO of SpotHero.
He's actually a co-founder, but he'd probably roll with founder. That's cool.
He'll take
That's
it.
cool.
Yeah, probably.
It's a great interview. Also, today is
The day.
the day.
Ooh.
Chicago Tech Startup Madness. Our two finalists submitted audio, less than 2 minutes, to win your votes. So today you're going to listen and vote on who's best through Twitter. Are you guys pumped for that? Are you guys ready for...
I am
Wait.
hyped because my company's going to win.
Remind us of the companies. Who's in? We have two kids.
Project Travel, the obvious winner.
And Mystery Tackle Box, everybody likes to fish.
We deliver.
We're
What
so
happened to you
excited.
guys? You guys
Aw.
fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah, they really did.
You guys,
Yeah.
you guys blew it out the first round, and I don't know what happened.
They've got to pay attention to the show. They cannot just stop listening. That was their problem.
They're probably not that busy.
I blame myself. We got a lot of show for you guys, so let's get on to it. The title of today's episode is...
Packers prepare for glory!
Today's bagels. They're brought to you by the one, the only New York City Bagel Deli and Catering. Get on over there. Get some kettle baked goodness today.
Yeah, girl. And if you want some refreshments, head on over to Bow Trust Coffee. Check them out at bowtrust.com. It's refreshing. And guys, we are running a sweet promo with our partner Bow Trust. Sign up now to our newsletter and we will email you a coupon for a free cup of hot or cold brewed iced coffee at Bow Trust Coffee Roasters. Check them out.
It's now time for Chicago Madness!
It's the greatest day ever.
Oh, man, I'm so excited. This is the finals, bitches. The last two.
8 weeks in the making, maybe 10.
32 entered the Dome.
And only
One
two
will
come out
leave.
alive.
I can't wait till this
Only
thing
one
is
This
over.
week. And then one next week.
Dave, you're just
I guess.
disappointed none of your
I can't wait
none
till
of
this
your
is
companies
over.
made it to
We're
the
all
finals.
so
Okay,
upset.
so we got two in the final.
That's right. We got Mystery Tackle Box
And Project Travel. So we asked them to submit us less than 2 minutes to pitch to y'all to win this thing for votes. So we're going to play the audio clips now, and to see who goes first, Brett and I are going to paper, rock, scissors. Are you ready?
Is this best
On
out
a
of 3?
one.
No. It's just out of one, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, shoot, not 1, 2, shoot. Okay?
Oh, thank you for clarifying.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Shit.
Paper, scissors,
Oh,
both.
jeez.
Both paper.
Oh, and Mackie takes the crown.
Brett takes it. He had
Oh,
paper.
smokes.
John had rock. We all know what happens with that.
Project Travel, I am so sorry, but that was strategy. We knew that you knew to go last anyway. So, here we go. Let's play the first clip.
I can't.
All right, guys. First of all, let me say that we are honored for the opportunity to take home the coveted Bites Over Bagels Shiva Trophy. Shiva Kamini Soma Kondagram. For those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about, that's quite okay. Where am I going with this? Right, mystery tackle box. So just what is so mysterious about these tackle boxes? Fishing? Do you fish? Well, 40 million US anglers do, and we're helping them discover new and innovative fishing lures each and every month. Talk about an exciting way to stock my box. It's like Christmas once a month. Don't believe me? Well, let's see what our very own KVD has to say about it.
My name's Carl Von Dibble, and I love fishing. No, I really love fishing. I love it more than ice cream or fancy cars, and I sure as shad love it more than my mother-in-law.
What was that, Carl?
Nothing, honey. There's only one thing I love as much as fishing, my subscription to Mystery Tackle Box. You see, each month, Mystery Tackle Box sends me all kinds of fishing lures from top brands. You got crankbaits, jigs, spinnerbaits, plastics, and much more. I'm not talking cheap stuff either. I mean, some of the most innovative stuff on the market. So I get to find new stuff I never tried before, or try stuff I've always wanted.
Carl, my mom will be here any minute. Are you coming down?
No, I have an appointment at the lake with my boat. Fishing. My mystery tackle box just came yesterday. Log on to mysterytacklebox.com and get your first box for only $5 with the code GET499. There's always free shipping and you can cancel anytime. Makes a great gift, too.
All right. Not bad.
Yeah.
He does not like his mother-in-law.
No, he doesn't.
He's got a meeting.
Smokes.
He's got a meeting on the
With
lake.
his boat.
With his boat.
That was
Mystery
Jeremy,
Tackle
by
Box.
the way, founder. Mystery Tackle Box. Pretty sweet dude. He's actually off fishing this week.
Oh,
so the guy
surprising.
practices what he preaches.
Who was the crew doing the thing? Did he say?
No, he didn't say who did
Probably paid actors.
Nonsense.
that. Easy, John.
What
easy,
did
John.
you pay to get on this to win this thing?
What's that?
Wouldn't you pay an actor
Yeah,
to win
John.
this Chicago Tech Start of Madness?
for sure.
Yeah.
Clowns. Classic clowns.
Stilts.
Okay. So let's go on to Project Travel.
What do you do when you're broke as a joke, but you want to travel with the lassies and the blokes? What do you do when you're living on a shoestring, but dream in Mandarin and going to Beijing? Go Project Travel. Go Project Travel. What do you do when you've got no money, but you'd like to study with your honey in Germany? When you need to get from here to there, volunteer or study, teach or au pair. Go Project Travel. Go Project Travel.
Hold on now. How does this all work?
Start your project online, you'll go in no time. Write your story and tell all your friends. When your funds fall short, community's there to support. Just tell them who, what, where, why, and when.
I could do that. Sure you could.
Go Project Travel. Go Project Travel. When financial aid and scholarships simply aren't enough, some might say, well, that's just tough.
Not us.
Yeah, we say, go Project Travel. Go Project Travel.
I think we're finished here. Finished? We're American. Cut it out. Let's get some food. Hungry? For some turkey? Stop with the puns. Chili then.
Go Project Travel. Go Project Travel.
Cute song.
Oh, man, that was good.
Cute song.
Man, I don't
That
know.
was awesome.
I don't know.
Props to those
That was a
ladies.
little like Juno-ish.
That was awesome.
You know, like,
They didn't really have a promo code in there, though,
oh,
did they?
Brett. Come
I
on.
was
Remember?
so upset.
No way. That was sweet.
Sometimes it's not just.
It's not about the promos.
Not about giving away free stuff, Brett.
All right, so
You guys are
let's
right.
let's bring everybody in. So hopefully you liked one of those. Otherwise, you can just tweet at us, right? And well, no, that's not true. Okay, so here's how it goes. This is the final week of voting. It's going to go through, but prior to next episode, we're going to announce the winner on the next episode. So Tuesday night, you better get your votes in. And voting is for these guys is the same way it's been the whole time. Or basically, as long as you include the hashtag Chicago Tech Startup Madness with your tweet and who you're voting for, they'll get a vote. So it's literally, you know, every unique vote for this next week is going to be calculated for the winner. All right, everybody, that's the rules. Enjoy the last voting for Chicago.
Tick.
Start.
Madness!
Boom, we got a new sponsor, y'all. It is Koval. They make some fine whiskeys and spirits here in the heart of Chicago. So if you thought we were idiots on the show before, look out, because we are drinking now. Thanks, Koval.
Goes great with some Boat Trust coffee.
True. True
And
enough.
some NYC Bagel Deli and Catering.
Today's feature interview is with Mark Lawrence. He's the co-founder and CEO of SpotHero. hero.
Ooh, he's a hero.
A
He is
hero of spots. So, this is how we usually start the show. Please tell our listeners, what is SpotHero?
SpotHero allows you to reserve a parking spot online or on your mobile phone. So we save you from parking tickets. That's how we're heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the best heroes. Do you literally fend off those guys with the orange vests?
Oh, we do way more. We have customer heroes, spot heroes. We save lives.
That's amazing.
So, talk about the evolution. How did this all come to be?
So when Jeremy and I first started this,
Oh, Jeremy. The other
guy.
The other guy.
Yeah.
the other co-founder,
Yes.
we have a third too.
Do you?
Oh, no.
His name is Larry Kiss, and he was recently
The Kiss. They call him The Kiss.
the Kiss, one of the sexiest developers, according to Business Insider.
No way.
Yes.
Don's going to be so upset. Sorry, I'm making a Don comment.
Larry Kiss.
Sexiest developer.
Of course it is, because
ever.
the last name. Are you looking him up?
Yeah.
Larry Kiss, Business Insider, sexiest developers alive.
Who nominated him for that?
I did.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Of course you did. All right, sorry. So, there are three of you.
Yes.
And, yeah, how did this all happen?
Well, we both got a lot of parking tickets, and we wanted to make parking easier and better. And so we started selling individual people's driveways in and around Wrigley Field.
Oh, okay. So, you guys were living in Wrigleyville?
So I wasn't. I wouldn't live there.
You wouldn't be that foolish.
Ooh,
No.
do never say that about him again. He does not live by.
So I had gone there to park. My business partner, Jeremy, and friend had always parked there too. And all of our friends were constantly getting tickets in and around Chicago. Wrigleyville was where we started, but the goal was to make parking easier across the city.
Got it.
As well.
So you partnered, you went up to people who owned parking spots and said, hey, I can fill these spots for you, or?
Yeah, we said we can sell your spot online because there's a lot of people that stand outside and flag people in, but there's a lot of people that have a parking spot but used to work during the day, and this was a way for them to be able to sell it, and they didn't have to stand on a corner. So.
That's awesome. So were you getting parking tickets in college when you came up with this idea, or?
Oh, got a lot of parking tickets in college.
Yeah.
But I had already graduated, and I was working at a bank and left corporate America, so I wasn't really doing anything at the time, and neither was Jeremy. So, you know, he decided to work at a pizza place because he actually wanted to own a pizza restaurant.
Which one?
He worked at Ian's Pizza.
Oh, in Wrigleyville.
In Wrigleyville.
Yeah, okay, got it.
And so he quickly, or not so quickly, found out that he didn't want to own a pizza place after working there for a long time. And
Yeah,
so,
when you're cleaning the bathroom at Ian's at 3 a.m.,
Oh, man.
that's going to really deter you.
When I was at Michigan State, I was also at a pizza place where I had to clean the bathroom in the morning. I don't know what to say about that. It'll change your life in a bad way. Maybe in a good way.
I think that's why Ian's got rid of the bathroom. They don't have one anymore.
No kidding?
Yeah, there's no bathroom
It's
there.
genius.
I don't know if it ever did have one.
Why didn't
Yeah,
we
I don't know
think
if it ever did either, but
You don't want to, if you're open till 3 a.m., you don't want a bathroom in your place. I'll tell you that much. All right, so he was working at a pizza place.
and we started SpotHero as a side project. So
Got it.
Jeremy originally started it, and I was, a friend of his, and I liked the idea, and we decided to do it together full time and go all out. And he stopped working at the pizza place, and him and I together did SpotHero full time.
Cool.
So we're signing up the different individual parking spaces and selling those for just Cubs parking before we moved into selling parking spaces, not at individuals' houses and garages, but actually at large parking lots and garages.
Yeah, what challenges did you face, like, with the parking industry in general? Like, are there laws, are there issues that you ran into?
It wasn't any laws or issues specific to the parking industry. It was more just logistics. A car parking in a spot, trying to sell that over and over with the individuals was difficult to scale, and we were trying to make parking easier across the city, and it just really wasn't moving as fast as we'd like, and being very operational intensive. What is a product when you have individuals versus the product now, which is you know exactly what you're going to get, you know how much you're going to pay. It's very simple. It's an awesome alternative to street parking because the cost of street parking, also the time spent driving around in circles. So it took a while for us to really get the product and offering available. So when consumers came, they'd be like, "Hell yeah, this is much better than driving around in circles and getting a ticket.
So if somebody has a parking spot that they're not using, do they reach out to you? Or how does this go down?
So we work with large parking lot companies and down to individual lot owners. So if you have a particular single space, we wouldn't, but we would work with someone even if they just have one parking lot. Someone we work with, hey, I have 8 spaces. And then we work with large garages that have thousands of spaces just in one single location.
Do garages have a hard time filling up their spots, or is it more of a convenience for the garage to use you guys, or is it more of a convenience for the consumer to know that they have a spot in a garage?
So the goal is to build this consumer product that makes it easier for the consumers to park. The reason the parking lot companies like it is because previously they had a sign outside, and this is their sign on the internet. And so it allows them flexibility to offer certain discounts during certain times. We don't work with every parking lot company. So the ones that work with us get huge benefits. We allow them to compete with the street for the first time ever. And we make parking sexy. That was previously never thought possible.
Dude, man, this guy is a hero, and he's sexy developer. He's a hero. Yeah. So how many people are now on the team doing sort of
being
the
heroes?
reach out? Yeah,
Being heroes, yeah.
We have 17 heroes.
17. And how long was it just the 3 of you?
So it was just the 3 of us all the way up until August of 2012.
Whoa, so you blew up pretty quick.
So, yeah, it's 2013.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So,
Let's get down to some nitty-gritty stuff. Like, how did you have money to build the website from the beginning? How do you have money now? Like, can you talk about raising money or how you guys went about that?
So when we first started, we had a part-time contractor that worked with us who was great, and he gave us very favorable rates. He was a friend of my uncle's, and we got money a few ways. First, we had some savings, so we put in our own money. We started with $12,500 to start that. And it wasn't that expensive because it took so long to make it. I mean, we started in October of 2010. We didn't actually launch until July of 2011. So it felt like a really long time, but we got the minimum viable product done very reasonably inexpensive. And the other way is we kept winning contests. So we would apply to literally every contest. So we won even $500 here. We won $5,000 in a contest in Cleveland where our developer was based at the time. We won $10,000 from a City of Chicago contest. We literally just applied to every single type of contest, and we, I guess, bootstrapped through. We started with our savings, then we bootstrapped through contest winnings, and then once we started to make revenue, we bootstrapped through that before raising money, and that's like
very cool.
So how about
compressed into?
I think this is important. So what's different about the site now than what you guys first launched with? Because I think that most people are like, oh, I got to do my MVP. And then they're like, yeah, it's got to have 18 features in it. Like, what did you guys launch with to get this going?
So we didn't have an Android or iPhone app. It was just the website. And we only allowed you to purchase parking, and you had to check out through Amazon. So it was about I think I remember documenting it out. It was like a 47-step process to purchase parking. Because you'd have to search, find, then create or sign in to your Amazon account, and then if you didn't have one, you had to. It was very bare bones, but it worked.
How many customers did you guys have with that system? Do you remember, like ballpark?
So I think we had that system up till at least 10,000 customers, and so.
Entrepreneurs, are you listening? You can build a product that is somewhat janky and still get 10,000 customers.
It was very janky for a very long time. And
You've heard it here.
When we were raising money, it was really funny when a lot of people would say, wow, you have this traction despite yourselves.
You're like, yeah, we're not even trying yet.
They're like, wait, you're doing how many transactions through this website? So
that's brilliant.
There's still a lot we have to do. I mean, there's still a lot of development. If you look at, each platform, we have web, Android, iPhone, and they've all been at varying degrees of ahead of each other. And right now, the iPhone app is by far the farthest ahead of any of of the platforms. Android was, now iPhone's way ahead. And if you look at and compare, but yeah, the first time we launched, 2 people tried to buy the same parking space at the same time.
Ooh, a fight.
Well, the site crashed, and we found out that that was the reason, because I guess 2 people clicked, like something couldn't handle something. I still don't know what
That's
happened.
amazing.
It's like the Seinfeld episode where one guy's going front in and the other guy's going back in.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a fight. You don't know.
He's talking about parallel parking, by the way.
That's
Those of
true.
you aren't getting that reference.
You can just cut that
Thanks,
out.
Dave. Very nice. Good reference.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. So essentially, you guys were sort of able to grow this from seeds outright, and was it a lot of? Were you doing a lot of outreach initially? Like, how much proactive work were you doing versus trying to advertise?
It was all proactive work and no advertising, because we were a week away from launch, or 2 weeks away from launch, for 7 months. So we kept almost thinking we were about to launch, and it didn't happen. So when we started in October of 2010, we were supposed to launch in December. So we were 2 weeks away from launch until July, which, so we were constantly doing outreach, constantly trying to figure out ways. I mean, we were in the newspapers a lot before our thing launched, because we kept talking about free parking tips, that we were parking gurus, because when we launched, we were like, oh yeah, we're the parking guys. But it went on for so long, and we didn't have our site. But it was nice, because when we did launch, we had all these articles, and some of those articles that we were in, and the different blog pieces, and all of this outreach to different companies or people that have helped along the way, we get tons of business still, residual, every month. And a lot of those efforts were done 6 months before the site even launched. And
Wow.
we built, that whole, from, 7 months of constant outreach, made it so that when we did launch, we already had an email list of, I think we had about 500 people. So that when we launched, it was like, hey, we're here. And these were people that wanted to know. They wanted to use the service. So, it took 7 months. It was very hard, definitely stressful when you're that far.
Sure.
When you're that close yet that far. But when we did launch, it made it a lot easier.
So were you working at this time? Like when the 7 months before launch, or what were you doing personally?
I was just doing SpotHero. That's it.
Okay.
It was full time, which
Were,
was why
were you
I
like
was-
living in a car or something? Like what were you doing?
So a lot of different creative ways to make money. So rented out place on Airbnb, sold different things online. I had savings from when I worked at the bank, because I wanted to, I guess, like save for my freedom. So I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just knew I didn't want to work at the bank. Felt very stifled over there. And so I guess I had savings because I wanted to have enough, I guess, personal runway so that I could figure something else out. But there were a lot of things that were really stressful, because when you're it took 7 months and you're so close, it's like your personal runway is running out, but also you're wanting to launch, and everything you've been working for just keeps getting pushed farther and farther and farther away. And that definitely
Takes a toll.
takes a toll.
Yeah.
Yes. Speaking of driving, right?
Oh, the toll.
that was good.
Man,
That was
I'm
really
sorry.
good.
I did not
Two
mean
for
that.
two, boys.
Yeah.
2 for 2.
Nobody likes tolls.
No, not even the heroes over
Not even
here.
the people at
Toll
the
hero.
toll booth.
No, they definitely don't like working there.
No.
We got to make tolls better.
Yeah.
So were you always did you always have like this entrepreneurial drive? I mean, you went to university. Where'd you go to school?
I went to Bradley.
Oh, I was going to say you went to Bradley.
Yeah.
And what did you always want to start a company? You were working at the bank, but like, what was your passion before the bank?
So I've always started different businesses, not necessarily a company. So I mean, going back to the second grade, I started selling perfume that I made, reading out of stuff in the encyclopedia, stuff like that. I wouldn't call it a company. And that was shut down by principal's office for running a business in school. So I never really did well in school. I always was being fought, but I feel like, I don't know, the whole education thing's another thing. But I started a business in different businesses, and it was I was constantly running up into issues with the schools. Even at Bradley University, the bookstore, I started a used textbook business online, which was very successful, and I got a good amount of savings from that. They really did not like the fact that I had a competing entity to their store. So I guess I started these little businesses here and there. I don't know. I like building stuff, and it's always been fun and exciting. But I never really thought I want to start a company. It was just I want to just find efficiencies, build stuff. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So yeah, when you say building, what's your weapon of choice?
So
I mean, are you
hammer?
are you more in terms of orchestrating, or are you literally in the code doing stuff?
So I've never been in the code, but I just did stuff. So like, I guess the perfume it's just physical.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
No code needed.
He smells great, by the way. Smells great.
I did
Theater of the
cologne.
mind.
I did cologne too. And then the used textbook business, I didn't need coding because there's all these different tools to create websites. There's distribution, half.com, Amazon. Like, there was a big arbitrage opportunity at the time, which I couldn't build that now today because of the way that things exist. But when I started that in high school and carried that through college, it was just a nice arbitrage opportunity because of the huge mismatch in the market of textbooks.
So in the time you were waiting to launch, your idea was to be around Wrigleyville and sell parking spots residentially, but were you already partnered or like had plans to partner with parking garages, and did you have those relationships already starting at that point?
No, definitely not. With the garages and lots, no.
Okay.
But for the rest of the city, in terms of the outreach, yes. So we made free parking maps for all these different neighborhoods around the United Center, around McCormick Place, by downtown, different parking tips where you can park for free. And our whole thing was, let's make parking easier. If you can park for free, park for free. If you have to pay to park, use SpotHero.
I like that. That's awesome.
So what do you want? I mean, I guess you sort of mentioned it, but I mean, what is your ultimate goal? Do you see SpotHero in every major city, or like, I guess, what's the bigger vision right now? Are you allowed to talk about it?
The goal is glory.
Now that's the show title.
Yeah, for sure.
What is glory to you?
Glory?
Yeah.
No, wait, let's re-ask that. What do you want your legacy to be? I know it's a little early, but since this is a time capsule, and you'll probably listen to it in 10 years when you're bored.
Glory.
Really?
Yes.
It's kind of like how we say the future.
Yeah. We just want to kind of sums it up.
Yeah.
I just love the word. I think it embodies everything that goes into what like a glorious life should be. And so when I'm in a really good mood, a lot of times like I'll sign my email signature glory, Mark. I don't do it all the time, but if you've received an email from me, you know that I was in a really good mood at the time.
Oh my God.
You didn't sign glory, Mark, to me.
I did not.
He was not in a good mood.
No. That doesn't mean I wasn't in.
Oh, you were just in a normal mood.
Exceptional.
Yeah.
It's between glory and exceptional. What about product development right now? Are you guys making a lot of changes? I mean, what does that look like right now in terms of your technology, and like, how are you guys thinking about the mobile apps and the website?
Constant change, constant iteration from product, feedback from our consumers, and also the roadmap of where we want to go. So, for example, excuse me, thinking about those slides.
Did you offer this man some water?
I did. He
Rejected?
He's a hero. This guy doesn't want water.
Do you want some water now?
No, thank you.
Okay.
So, for example, when we first started, most of the locations, you had to print out something ahead of time and place it on your dashboard, a physical piece of paper. And if you didn't, you had to push a button to reach a call center and be let out remotely. And now we're integrated with different types of hardware. You can scan your phone. It provides for the easiest and most glorious customer experience because you can purchase on your phone, you get there, you scan, it lets you in, you scan, it lets you out, and it's just, you forget that parking used to be painful at all.
All right, let's go back in time. You're starting SpotHero again with the knowledge. It's a quantum leap, kind of?
Yes.
What are you doing different this time?
Using a framework.
Ooh, using a framework. So is this all custom, flat out?
Not anymore. We're on Django right now.
Okay. What was it originally?
Rattlesnake.
I've never heard of it.
So it worked. It got us to where we needed to go.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's now time for the most important question. Are you ready? Yeah. What is your favorite type of bagel, and how do you like it prepared?
That's easy. My favorite type of bagel is a poppy seed bagel, which I like with chive, cream cheese, capers, red onion, tomato, and lox.
Wow, that was awesome.
Toasted?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. A lot of people, they get specific about the toasting. They're like, double toasted, I want it sent through twice.
No, definitely
Just straight up. What place?
So New York Bagel and Bialy on Tui, just off the expressway, is incredible.
Yeah, that's good.
I just recently had the most glorious bagel ever at Russ and Daughters in the Lower East Side of New York. It's been open 99 years. Hand-cut salmon with all its glory. I actually even had a piece of smoked sable on the bagel as well, which was even
That's
more
deluxe.
glorious. It was beyond deluxe.
Glorious?
Pure glory.
I think you should give everyone in SpotHero one of those bagels as an anniversary gift.
You look it up. It's 5 stars on Yelp. It's been open 99 years.
How many stars does SpotHero have on Yelp? Are you guys on there? I
So
don't.
we're 4.5. So the bagel shop beat us, but I understand.
Not bad.
You'll
Who was that one guy who's like,
Yeah,
this
one
is
guy gave you
terrible?
guys like 2.
It was Dave. It was Dave.
That was not me.
Gave me the wrong location.
To be honest with you, I have not used your app, but I do want to now, for sure.
And the bagel place, too.
I want to go to the bagel place. Can we go there together one time?
I like that.
Can we
place.
park somewhere by there?
Don't need to park. Probably just take the train to that
okay.
place. It's amazing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, Mark, let's get you out of here. Thanks so much for coming in.
Cheers.
Thanks,
Good,
man.
Best of luck.
Today's music is brought to you by Chicago's very own. Yes, indeed, it is The Swaves. Check them out. Facebook.com/The Swaves. That's SUEVES. Or at BitesOverBagels.com.
And that concludes episode 31 of
Bites Over Bagels!
Brandon, you have got to get in the game.
Yay.
Oh, man.
Tune in next week for
David Vinca and Luke Shepard. David is the co-founder and CEO, and Luke is the CTO of eSpark Learning.
This is a pretty awesome interview. Luke's a former Facebooker.
Yeah.
Facebook
Yeah,
developer.
engineer
Get ready,
at Facebook.
bitches.
Wow. Yeah. Sure.
No comment after that.
Yeah. Also, next week, we're going to announce the winner of Chicago Tech Startup Madness. Do you realize that there is one who will rise above the 32 to claim the top
fame.
prize for our first annual awards show?
Yeah, what's that prize?
A sweet prize pack.
Yeah, we're gonna take a picture. We're baking something nice. If you guys can pull it off, we're baking something nice.
Yeah,
So,
literally bacon.
maybe
Sweet, fresh cookies.
melting plastic.
Made by Dave
hopefully.
himself.
As always, you can check us out at BitesOverBagels.com. You can go to iTunes. You can go to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. What do you want? Vine.
Sure. You want to go there?
Smokes.
And last but not least, subscribe to our newsletter. We will not spam you. We will just send you guest announcements. And Dave and Steve worked really hard on it. And if you reply directly to that, they'll send you love notes every evening. And finally, don't forget, signing up for the newsletter also gets you a free coffee from Boat Trust. That concludes today's episode. Have a good week.